Welcome Minneapolis senior high school fans to Ellsworth, Kansas for MHS football versus the host Ellsworth Bearcats here at Shinelac Field. I apologize here. Gotta figure out how to get this working.
We're electric.
Well, we'll leave that for now. Dale Leach, Mike Ferry, and Scott Arshman will be joining us here shortly for our broadcast of this game tonight here on Eagle Communications Channel 2, live audio, and SalinaPost.com live audio video replay on Channel 20. The 2-3 Lions, 0-3 in the league, are here to face Ellsworth, and I apologize, I didn't write down their league record and overall record, but they're a couple places ahead of us in the league, I believe. And are favored tonight by somewhere around 16, 17 points, I believe I read in Topeka Capital. So Lions, but I think it'll be a good game overall. I think teams are fairly close.
Well, I do too. Ellsworth will try and control the clock with their running game, and if they get that gun done and use up a lot of the clock, it's going to limit the Minneapolis chances on the offensive end. But the big key will be Minneapolis defense. I think if we can get a good stop and get the ball back to our side and keep Ellsworth on the defensive side, I think we've got a good chance of winning this ball game.
They've got some speed in their quarterback and their running backs, number 22, what was his name again?
Hudson.
Chyler Hudson. Two seniors, I believe. Both are leading the Bearcats in rushing. Freeze with 942 yards on 107 attempts, and Hudson with 410 yards on 58 attempts. So they're another quarterback running attack, like
exactly
we do, and like we witnessed last week against. It's not anything. It's this thing here.
Freeze, a senior quarterback, and Hudson lines up either to one side of him or the other. It's a zone read on the part of the quarterback. He'll shove that ball in there, and whether he extracts it back out, one or the other will run the ball 85–90% of the time. Freeze, as Dale mentioned, has got some speed, and we're told if he can get to the outside, he's awful tough to catch. So. And team speed is what we're not blessed with this year, but we are blessed with some kids that do get to the ball quickly and help defense and gang tackle.
So it will be hopefully a well fought and evenly matched game tonight as the Lions take on the host Ellsworth Bearcats here in league contest at Shinelac Field in Ellsworth, Kansas.
And if you can see the clock, it is dark. We don't have a clock running. I guess they will download it here. Oh, down below there's a makeshift clock. The big one's not running, but the little one's
I heard them say as they turned it on today, they lost the motherboard for it. So the only guy that can work on it's in Kansas City, and he's busy. So
we're just 10 minutes away from a kick here, but and we're getting ready for our national anthem. So when they honor the colors, we will too.
They brought a basketball scoreboard out, looks like.
Beautiful evening, a little breezy out of the south, expecting some rain later on after midnight and possibly through the weekend. The scouts are down at the flagpole, and we're just getting ready for our national anthem. The charcoal smoke's in the air. Scott's finishing off his burger, and he brought me mine. Just kidding. Ate before I came, but I wish I wouldn't have. It's a pretty good smell. Minneapolis has progressed from the start of the year. We've been throwing the ball quite a bit and having pretty good luck with the passing attack as of late. Comfort hitting right at 55% of his passes, and we've been putting 150, 160 yards of offense in the book. So running attack. If we can get a few of those going, it will be to our advantage to have a little bit of running game to go with that passing attack. So Ellsworth is able to cover. I think our running attack is going to be good. We'll spread the field and let Comfort go between the tackles. He's very good at the yardage there and has accumulated quite a bit on the running game between the tackles. So I look forward to a pretty good game here. Ball control will be the key in the defense. If we can get the other team's offense on the sideline, I think that team that has the ball the most is going to win here tonight.
Ball control will be a big component, no doubt.
Special teams have been suspect as of late. If we can, our kicking game, there is a 15, 20 mile an hour breeze out of the south. Whoever is moving right to left or south to north will definitely have an advantage here for a while until the wind dies down, but I don't know that it's going to die down. So I think we're going to be coupled with a little bit of a breeze out of the south. So we get the ball just right. Yoxel could tee up a long field goal here tonight, and he can get there.
We will pause for the national anthem.
Scout group did a good job there.
Had a duet the other night at the volleyball match. Young McHenry lady and young Clark. It was very good. Like to hear that live duet. Was very good up there. I was just noticing they have just installed a brand new track here.
I was just told it was in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it hasn't been on there too long. Walking over here, cushion, looks like it's going to be a fast track for track season. Love those red tracks.
Well, in this football series against Ellsworth, who is dropping to 2A this year in everything but football, and then 2A in football the next 2 years. This is the 41st meeting between the two. Minneapolis leads it 21-19, but Ellsworth has won 5 of the last 6 games. Is that what's behind this? That is. Huh. Minneapolis beat him in 2009. Pretty handily, 50-18. But Ellsworth won the 4 games previous to that, and then last year at Minneapolis won by a score of 23-17. The Bearcats are primarily a running team. Did we hear the veer? That's primarily what they run.
Yeah, they and plus the quarterback I think has thrown the ball 33 times total all year. Now that has jumped up as bit us at times when we've come across the team that primarily runs, and then all of a sudden they throw one to a tight end or something coming out of the, and then they get a long run or something. But primarily we'll see Freeze running the ball. As you said earlier, he is their primary ball carrier. And then I don't have it in front of me. Hudson, I think, is Hudson.
They have 1,532 yards rushing, 46 first downs overall, 44 of those on rushing. They have outscored their opponents by an average of 27-23 on the season. TDs rushing 17. They've only had 185 yards total in passing. 2 TDs by passing. They're 14 completions on 35 attempts and passing 4 interceptions. So passing is not their forte. Another big stat, they've had 7 fumbles and lost them all.
Well, I was talking, Lyle Davidson rode up with us, and we were talking to Lyle about the difficult of this offense with the quarterback and the tailback handing the ball off. It's a tough read. It's a read offense. The quarterback and the running back have got to read it, and it's an interesting. It looks like the tailback is holding the ball in his gut for quite a while, and then all of a sudden the quarterback comes away with it. So it's one that can be deceiving, but it's got to be tough as well. From the turnover standpoint, I hope that we can force some turnovers tonight. Freeze is not. He's a good size football player.
Yes, he is. He's got some
for a
heft
quarterback.
to him. Their leading receivers, you'll probably recognize this name, guys. Clint Glazier.
Oh yeah.
He's had 4 receptions for 15 yards, and Gregor Jones 3 receptions for 95 yards and a TD.
Glazer's got a brother, younger one.
Yep.
And he's a sophomore, not sure what position he plays, but I'm kind of thinking towards basketball, thinking, oh, great, another Glazer.
He played last year on varsity as a freshman, so I'll let you know that the coach pronounced his name Phrase.
Phrase. I'm sorry.
I
did
I've called him
highlight
Freeze for 4 years, so yeah, I was kind of surprised for him to hear him calling him Phrase, but at 180 pounds, it's a pretty good sized quarterback.
Our rushing yardage this year has been 771 yards with 11 touchdowns. 488 yards passing. We're 37 of 73 attempts. 4 interceptions like the Bearcats. Rushing leader is Comfort with 576 yards. And Jake Fleming with 92 yards on 42 attempts. We'll probably see Jake more and more as the season goes along. Leading receivers, Alex Johnson, 10 receptions, 195 yards with a TD. Josh Macy, 7 receptions, 95 yards with a TD. Andrew Yoxel, 7 receptions, 64 yards and a TD. And Jake Fleming, 6 receptions, 78 yards. Our leading tacklers, Austin Goddard, 17 solos, 34 assists. Has tackled his last. He tore an ACL and will be not with us the rest of the season, unfortunately. So some of the injuries keep on the ticket. Claiming a player here and there. Players coming out on the field for the coin toss.
Folks, we also want to, I imagine you've already talked about this, we want to apologize. We are up on top of the press box, and it is windy, and
no, we haven't mentioned that yet.
it is going to be tough. You're going to hear some static tonight. We apologize for that. Not a lot we can do with Mother Nature with the wind that we have today. So bear with us, and we will try to do our best.
The Lions have their district assignments for next year. Who they're playing, we are dropping Smith Center and Republic County, both who are going to 2A. And picking up Norton and Phillipsburg.
Oh boy.
It's been a few years since we played Phillipsburg, and I don't know that we have ever played Norton in football. Haven't basketball.
Yeah, played Phillipsburg in playoffs a few years back.
Back when Mortimer was a senior. Looks like the Lions won and declined.
Ellsworth is going to take the ball, and they will defend the goal on the north. Minneapolis will start with the wind at our back. So Yoxel will tee it up. We'll see if we can't kick it out of the back of the end zone. I would just assume the wind die down. We don't have a wind advantage at all. Other than that, beautiful night, beautiful field here at Ellsworth. It's a fast track. They've got the zoysia or the Bermuda type grass out there.
It is. The field looks really good considering some of the fields we've seen so far this year. as Ellsworth will have 3 back deep, and as they have number 22, Chyler Hudson. Looks like number 15, Riley Zamsla, and number 14, Clint Glazier. So, it might be both Glaziers. I'm sorry, Grant Glazier.
Yeah,
both Glaziers back there. So both brothers back as Yoxel will get ready to kick. Minneapolis will kick off here to start as we get ready to start here on Shanelack Field here in Ellsworth, Kansas.
This is a perfect situation for an onside kick. You notice there's just 4 on that front line. There's not a guy in the middle, so coaches might take advantage of this here later on.
And he kicks it deep, and it will go to about the 2-yard line, and is taken by Hudson. Hudson has a wall right there, and there's a penalty flag, and he's got 1 man to beat, and that's Yoxel, and Yoxel is going to miss him. He will go down the sidelines, but it's going to come back, I'm assuming, as he goes all the way. There's a penalty flag at the 25-yard line, and that was an early penalty flag.
Yeah, White Hat is
blocking the back on Ellsworth, and that is, well, that's got to drive a coach nuts. Kick one back for a touchdown, and he had a nice wall set up and came down the right-hand side and went all the way, but it's going to come back.
He does have some speed.
Yes,
he does.
You can tell Hudson does have plenty of speed. I don't know if we have anyone that can match up to that type of speed, but Hudson found a nice hole and took it all the way.
The flag was at the 25-yard line.
10-yarder, I believe.
Yep.
He will start it out at the 15. So we will see Ellsworth's offense to start out. So that's a big break right there. That could have been really tough right there. They will line up in a shotgun formation. They will keep the ball himself, goes up the middle, and he will gain about 3 yards as Fraze takes it up to the left-hand side of his offensive line. I don't know what you just did there, but it sounded a lot better, Dale.
Yep,
thank you.
It does sound better.
Fleming with the tackle. Going to see a lot of Fleming tonight with Austin Goddard being out. They'll send 2 receivers out, one to the right, one to the left, shotgun formation with 2 wings. They will go to the halfback, Hudson, and he will be taken down. Oh, thank goodness. That was a good leg tackle by Fleming, as well as number 22 in on the tackle for the Lions, as Dalton Lester gets in there for the tackle. Still have that humming. So I have shotgun formation for Fraze. Has one in the backfield. That's Hudson. He has 2 tailbacks lined up like a wing instead. He will keep it himself, goes up the side. He will have the first down as he takes it to about the 23-yard line as Fraze has the first down. So looks like, Mike, you're going to take care of the stats, and I'll keep I don't know what I'll keep. So.
I'll try and get it. You can keep turnovers, and
I can handle that. Shotgun formation for Fraze, and we just lost. I don't know what Q is too far down there, Dale.
Still playing, yeah.
So
stop in the action there. I think it's a false start on Ellsworth. Offsides.
Yep. That's the connection right there. So sorry about that, folks. We've just been fighting some technical. Turn that up a little bit there.
There you go.
There you go.
Trying to
5-yard
figure out
penalty.
some things.
Fraze in a shotgun. He will give to the wing coming across, and he cuts it right there. And nice little cutback by number 13, and that's McGregor Jones, halfback coming from the opposite side, as he will have about a gain of about 13 on the play. Will bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Nice run. We were looking for Hudson that time, and Jones comes around from the wing and found a nice hole.
Another penalty flag thrown here. I was keeping some stats and didn't see it. And it looks like it's against the Ellsworth Bearcats again. False start is the call, and that'll back them up another 5 yards. So 3 penalties for the Bearcats. That'll bring up
very costly.
One of them very costly. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. The Lions in a 4-4 defense. They will sometimes bring that 2 outside on the 4-4 up. To try to seal it off with 2 middle linebackers in tight. They will go to the halfback. He cuts it in. Wow, nice job there by the halfback. Saving tackle there by Minneapolis. I don't see who it is.
Alex Johnson.
Johnson with the saving tackle is. Hudson gets a nice run of about 15 on the play. Will bring up a 1st down for the Bearcats. I'll try to keep track of 1st downs as well. 1st downs and penalties and kickoff and punts. How's that? Shotgun formation for Fraze. He'll roll to the left-hand side. He'll turn it back in, and he keeps it himself, but he'll gain about 5 on the play. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Lott with the tackle, as well as Dalton Lester. Minneapolis with some youth out there. Well, I say some youth. They've got a nice mix of kids, but you've got some freshmen that are playing the ball and getting some playing time, and nice mix. Shotgun formation for Fraze. One in the backfield. That's Hudson with him, and he will give to Hudson. Hudson will cuts it back in. Had him in the backfield as he will get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gains 1. Had him in the backfield, just missed him.
Klein with the tackle.
Justin Klein, you said?
Yeah.
With the tackle. With the assist to Lester.
3rd and long 4 coming up.
Yeah, Lott had a good shot at him there in the backfield. Slowed him down enough, and we had some good help defense. We took him down for no gain.
Shotgun for, once again, 3rd and 4 for Fraze. And he keeps it himself, and he will have the 1st down again. Hard runner right there. Takes it all the way up and gets the 1st down. Gain of about 6 on the play will bring up a Bearcat 1st down on the Minneapolis 39-yard line. Had him pinned back in the backfield, Mike, but Fraze not small by any means.
He's not going to go down with an arm tackle,
He's going to keep driving his feet. They've got him listed 5'10", 188 pounds, senior, and boy, he can drive those legs. Drops back to pass. He looks. He's going to throw across the middle, and he has a receiver in number 14, Glazer. And first pass of the night, and it's another Bearcat 1st down.
Good slant in route there for Glazer. Ball was right on target.
Gets it down to the Minneapolis 26-yard line.
Well, they will pass the ball every now and then, and that was a good
Gives it to Hudson. Hudson goes through 1 tackle. Nice job by Justin Klein to wrap him up at about the 18-yard line. Justin had to arm tackle him, had to grab a hold of his shirt and pulled him down. A nice job by Klein. They have some nice holes, Mike.
Yeah, Hudson still had a real nice gain there of about 7 or 8 yards, maybe 9.
7:06 left to go in the 1st quarter. 0-0 here. They had movement again. The quarterback's going to keep it. He'll go for a 1st down, and he's still on his feet, in for a touchdown.
And there is no flag. Could have been. Possibly should have been.
18-yard touchdown run there by Fraze.
So they take the ball down the field despite some setbacks due to penalties. And open on
the
their
Markham's a
scoring.
good team to work their way through those penalties with a touchdown called back on the kickoff return.
They will try to kick the extra point into the wind, and he kicks it through. And it's good.
Jeez.
Oh, man. They got the ball going
I
up
knew
back
that
there.
was going to happen.
Boy, it's windy up here, guys.
You know, I brought some tie downs for the equipment, but I didn't bring any for us. Well, we'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors if I can get this hooked back up real quick.
The winner of the sponsored by the cheerleaders, they will deliver a pizza to the winner. The winner is Marty Henry.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wall will help you get your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for more than 80 years because they want to protect what matters most. Call Scott Osherman in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Scott Osherman, Mike Perry, and Dale Leach here. And guys, Ellsworth had a 85-yard drive right there, and just took marked right down the field, just
Right down.
7, 8 yards at a pop, 5 first downs. So kicking the ball for the Bearcats will be Ben Merle, and it will go low and on the ground. It's going to be picked up. Oh man, he's got to pick it up, and he does at the goal line. So he's still on his feet.
Good job.
Get it all the way out to about the 18-yard line. And that could have been, that had disaster written all over it. Nice job by Dalton Lester to get it all the way out to where he did. He touched it about the 5-yard line, then let it roll down to about the 1. And I think he kind of thought it might roll in the end zone, but he'd already touched it.
He'd already touched it.
He needed to.
He had to field it then and did a good job getting it all the way out to about the 18-yard line, which I think he's kind of lucky to get that far out there.
So
When did our back here, Scott?
Lions will start at the at their 16-yard line, or excuse me, 17-yard line. Shotgun formation for Comfort. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And they will give to Fleming. Oh no. Comfort keeps it with a fake handoff to Fleming, and Comfort keeps it and goes off the right-hand side and loses a yard on the play.
Kind of got tripped up there in the backfield. There's middle guard of Ellsworth had some good penetration there. Kind of blew up the play before he could even hand it off to Fleming.
Shotgun formation. Just drops back. He'll quickly throw across to Andrew Yoxel just behind him as Comfort hits Yoxel going through a slant. If that would have led him just a hair, that could have had some big yardage on that. It'll be short by about maybe I'm going to say by maybe a half a yard. They're going to measure it to make sure. As Comfort gets his first completion tonight.
As you mentioned, Scott, the pass just a little bit behind Andrew, but wide open. He could have hit him in stride. He could have easily got that first down.
It'll either be first and 10 or 3rd and short. We'll see exactly here.
We need to limit those Ellsworth touchdowns. They blow off that cannon again. I'm going to need something for my heart.
How do you like that hustle on the part of the change maybe coming at you?
And it's a Minneapolis first down. Nice job by the Lions. Minneapolis gets their first down at the 6:01 mark in the first quarter. 7-0. Ellsworth Bearcats with the lead. Lions with a decent crowd over there. Faith will make the trip up here to Ellsworth. You know, it sits down here in the valley a little bit. It's not too bad. We're up high.
It's kind of protected here.
Yeah, we're up high a little bit, but to the right, to the left. Comfort in a shotgun. Fleming in the backfield with them for the Lions. Good snap, drops back. He's going to look. Goes off one side, throws the other direction. Had Macy out there wide open and threw it short. And Macy tried to go down from the grass to get it. Couldn't quite get it. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Had him open out there.
Matt's got to plant and throw when he's on the run like that, especially when your receiver's wide open. You might as well just go ahead and plant your foot, get the pass all the way out there to him. It would have been a nice pick.
Had good protection back there.
Yep.
Had nice protection back there. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Shotgun formation to the right, to the left. Fleming in the backfield. They're showing blitz. They bring one back. Throw across. As to nice job by Alex Johnson.
Wow, nice catch.
Has a catch right on the sideline. Nobody else could get that. And it was a great catch, great pass. It will be, I'm going to say short. It's going to be about a yard short, I'm going to say. Yep. We'll bring up a third down and about 1 on the play. Yep. 3rd and 1. As they play a 3-5 defense, Bearcats do. Shotgun formation. He keeps it himself, and he will go forward. Should have forward progress. They're going to back him up, but depending on which official.
Yeah, this head linesman is going to mark the ball where his left foot is, and it will be a first down.
So, yep, it is. So Minneapolis will have the first down. Nice job by Comfort. Lowered his shoulder and drove it behind the right side of his lineman. And on that right-hand side is, I believe, now they've turned their back to me, number 77 for the Lions. That is Connor Nace. Not sure who the tackle is for the Lions out there. Low snap, picks it up, throws it across, has Macy. Great catch, and he gets taken out of bounds, but it will be another first down with a 16-yard completion by Comfort to Macy. Josh Macy with a great catch out there and just takes it outside. Comfort did a nice job there, Mike, of leading them to the sidelines, whereas away from defense, and another one that passes that only the receiver could get.
We have a holding penalty at the 36-yard line.
Well,
Take that gain.
Take that away.
Nice gain there.
Well, it didn't take that sound away, Dale. I thought it was your MP3, but it did not. So still got that sound.
10-yard penalty, and Minneapolis will be first and long.
Yeah, that is
22.
Yeah. Shotgun has pressure coming, throws it, tried to throw a screen towards Fleming, but they read that very nicely. They did let their big guy come through, but couldn't quite get it to Fleming, and even if Fleming had caught that, Ellsworth had that read nicely.
Typically with that 3-5 defense, you will have some coverage help out in the flat, and looked like Ellsworth had Fleming pretty well covered up that time anyway.
2nd and long, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and it's Johnson and Yoxel out here on the left, Macy and Briggs out on the right. Comfort keeps himself, has a little bit of running room. Nice job for Comfort. Takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Short
and
of the first down.
Gets about 20 on the play, though. That's a nice little run here. As a matter of fact, it is a gain of 20 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and manageable with a 3rd and 4.
I was just getting ready to mention, look how deep their safeties are playing that zone, clear at the back, way back there, and we can either pass over the top of the linebackers, but Comfort had a big hole off the tackle, took advantage of that for a 21-yard pickup.
Macy, it's not Briggs out there. Macy, and I believe that might be Lester out the right-hand side. No, it's not. It's Christensen. So nice to have him back. Throws across to Johnson. Nice job by Alex Johnson to catch that coming across. And that will be a gain of about 13 on the play, enough for a Minneapolis first down.
Comfort just planted firmly in the pocket there. Read the route, was able to get the ball exactly where he needed it to be.
Yeah, kind of had to wait for Johnson to clear the linebackers, but real nice pass there by Matt.
So I'm excited to see number 25 for the Lions, and that is Connor Christensen back. I was afraid he was out for the year.
I talked with his dad this week. He's been ready to come back.
I bet. They get to Fleming. Fleming will go to the right-hand side. He'll cut it up, but he'll be taken down. Gain of about 2 on the play, maybe 3. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Minneapolis will have, as I said earlier, 2nd down and 7 or 8. As they will come back to the line of scrimmage. Macy and Christensen out on the right. Yoxel and Johnson out to the out to the left. Shotgun formation for Comfort. Oh,
that's 5 yards. The wrong way.
Johnson misses the count. Look how deep their safeties are. They run the safeties. The corners are way back there. They're 15 yards off the ball.
I'm not sure what happened on that one, but
Alex wasn't close to the right count.
no, it wasn't Alex. It was Johnson. So
Alex Johnson.
Alex Johnson. I'm sorry. I was thinking Alex Yoxel. Sorry about that.
That's Andrew.
I'll just stop talking. To the right,
Sorry.
to the left. 2nd and 13, throws across the middle. Oh, nice try.
Andrew Yoxel with almost a one-hand snag there. Woo. Almost had it.
Tell you, he's had a couple of those this year that he's got such soft hands and has gone up and tried to get some really good tough passes to catch across the middle, and has nearly had one of those spectacular catches. That same formation we've seen. I thought we might see some trips formation, but we've got two to the right, two to the left, shotgun formation. Cross back to pass. Comfort's going to keep it, and he will not get.
Got about 3 yards.
It's going to bring up a 4th down and 9, and ball is on the 40-yard line, and Yoxel will.
Be a 57-yard field goal if they tried it, and they will not.
They'll try a directional punt.
It's going to be a high punt. See how quickly we can get down there. Briggs and Lester come in to try to run this one down. Good snap. And a great punt.
Yes.
Oh,
good punt.
and it
Very
goes in
good.
the end zone, though.
No, they're
No,
not
No,
marking
it doesn't.
about-
I'll be darned.
It's about the 6-yard line.
I can
It's-
say that could be called.
Oh, I was
just about
looking
either way.
Yeah, I was looking. I was.
Oh,
I
it's
was
at the,
Yeah, the pylon's
The
laying
pylon,
down,
yeah.
and the red
That-
line's kind of hard to see.
red
isn't
line's
it?
hard to see. There.
I hate
was-
those orange lines.
Yeah. Orange.
Great punt.
Great job by Yoxel, and that's a 35-yard punt, but great directional punt. So the Bearcats will take over on their own 6-yard line here. Let's see if our defense can shut them down here. As Fraze and a shotgun, they go a off direction. Oh, there's a penalty flag too. Nice job by the Lions. They shut them down, drop them for a loss of 1, and maybe 2 on the play, but there is a flag. So if it is, it'll be half the distance. The legal block in the back, it'd be half the distance to the goal line. So that'd put them at the 3, or you decline it and leave it at 2nd down. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I would
We'll
decline
see.
because you're only going to get half the distance to the goal line, but I'd decline that, take it
And
down.
is.
And
Yep. Wise, that's a great defensive stand by the Lions. Bring up a 2nd down and about 13. Instead of giving them 1st down back over. 1 receiver out to the right, 1 to the left. Fraze, another penalty flag, and this time he'll be taken down at the line of scrimmage, but another flag, and we'll see who it's on this time.
By number 71, Justin Klein.
illegal
Procedure. And I bet they'll decline this one as well. That'd bring up a 3rd down. They may have gained a yard on the play, but it'd still bring up a 3rd down and long. And they declined that one as well.
3rd and about 13.
Yep, 3rd and 13. Nice job by the Lions here. So they will, I was going to say more than likely, pass this one, or either that or Fraze will try to run it himself. But this may be where you see a little pass to one of the halfbacks out of the backfield.
Ellsworth worked their way through the penalties their first possession. See if we can't stop him here.
Shotgun formation for Fraze. And
Yep, the
another
back-
flag
the back
again.
jumped.
And this time they will back him up, as they called it before. So this time it will back up half the distance. Another
Wow.
legal procedure.
3 in a
Have them
row.
back him up, 3 in a row. Now, since they declined it, do the penalties count? You know that, Mike? Do they?
Well, they lose the down if you decline it.
So, I
Yeah,
guess.
still a penalty. You lose down.
evidently we took the penalty there half the distance to the goal line.
Yeah, well,
Procedure,
because they
yeah.
There's no down to lose.
yeah, there's no down to lose. Oh my goodness, they give it to him up the right-hand side. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel, trips him up and saves that one. Dalton Lester was there, but Andrew Yoxel tripped him up. Lester finished him off, but he had some running room off this right-hand side. Nice job.
Freight train hole to run through there
by Andrew Yoxel.
It looked like it was going to go for a lot more than that. They're going to have to punt. Minneapolis has got them backed up.
Punt into the wind.
Fleming will drop back to approximately the 40-yard line.
33, Jake Fleming, back deep to receive for the Lions.
Minneapolis should have pretty good field.
And he does block it. Yes, he does. And it's going to be picked up by Garrett Lott. Nice job by Lott. It's blocked by Yoxel. And the Lions have it at the 7-yard line. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel. Gets in there and gets a great block. Garrett Lott falls on it. Nice job by the Lions. Minneapolis will have it. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
That must be fun as a punter, to be able to rush the opposing punter.
Yeah. You know, they couldn't get as deep as they wanted to with their punt. Yoxel was in there in no time and completely covered up their punter. Nice block. Turnover.
Turnover, yep.
You bet.
Lions will send 2 receivers out the right. That's Colin Briggs and Macy out the right. Yoxel and Johnson out to the left. Shotgun with Fleming in the backfield. Comfort just keeps it himself. Goes up to about the 4-yard line before he's tackled by the interior line. They put it on the 5-yard line by the Bearcats.
Well, that's a good place to run. Forte and the big guys up front give him a nice gain there. We're inside the 5-yard line now.
Second and goal from the 5. Briggs and Macy out to the right. Fleming is your halfback, tailback. Johnson and Yoxel out to the left. And he just keeps it himself. This time he will get into the, does not get in.
He's in.
Yoxel thinks so. They have not called it yet, and they do not give it to him. How in the world?
How in the world can they not count it? I thought he was laying on the goal line.
I did too. So that'll, they bring in their big package, which will be number 72, Connor Flegler.
I think I'd just run that one more time. We made 2-3 yards both times we tried it.
That's the end of the quarter. So, yeah, you want to get this here. 3rd and goal. And we will take a break with them. Ellsworth Bearcats 7, Minneapolis Lions 0.
C&R Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. C&R Plating, happy to be a Minneapolis Lions backer. The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks which offer traditional accounts such as checking, savings, certificates of deposit, IRAs and loans, online banking. But most important, they're committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, game of the week in the NCAA tonight, guys. Beloit at Southeast of Saline.
Beloit at Southeast of Saline.
Wow. I'll take Beloit and give you 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
They put 74 on the board the last 2 games. They're
80 the week before that.
Yeah.
80 the week before that. Jeez.
Well, it kind of been nice to punch us into the end zone that last play. We could have kicked off with the wind before the first quarter expired.
And I don't know if they got it. So Comfort in from the goal line as we will have the touchdown as Minneapolis gets to within 1, 7-6. And Yoxel will try to kick the extra point here. So 1-yard plunge by quarterback Matt Comfort brings it to within 1 to start the second quarter.
Nice push up front. The big guys did the job. Flagler and Forte, Nace.
Comfort to hold. Good snap. And kick is up, and it is good.
Barry, those Those linemen don't get enough credit up front, do they, Dale?
No, never do. Till they don't do their job. Lions are tied at 7-7 with 11:50 to go in the second quarter. We'll be
Justin
back
Klein.
after a word from our sponsors.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lion backers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you'll encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Well, Scott just pointed out some clouds to our southwest, and now he's going to have to check his radar.
Yeah, you're darn right. I'm going to check it out and just see
After
what we
midnight.
see here. So.
Well, let's see if the Lions do a directional kick here, some type, a squibber. That onside kick is still out there, guys.
It is. It's available right now. It might be an opportune time. It would be.
Tell you, just over the top there, especially the way we run. I don't know.
It'd be right in between, right down the gut is where this would go if they tried it.
And they do. And it's taken by the big guy. He's going to run it up, and he'll be taken down. And wow, still going.
He's got to hold the ball. He's going to carry it. He's going to get his money's worth. And nice job by their lineman to pick up a good 7-8 yards after he picked up that ball.
That's just what they showed on the weather last night.
Yeah, I think we're okay. We've got. It looks like it's. Goes from a line from Scott City to Norton, so I'd say we're okay on the weather. So I will exit that and get back to football here.
Quarterback tries the left side.
Praise. And we do a good job shutting him down at the corner.
Tackle by Minneapolis. Dalton Lester as well as Sean Forte in on the tackle. Gain of about 2 on the play. Ellsworth had 3 straight penalties their last drive.
Boy, it killed them.
Yeah.
Killed their drive completely.
So we could use another false start here to back him up a little bit more. Fraze in a shotgun. One in the tailback with him, and there is the movement. And it is false start.
Goodness.
Man.
They had 5 of those, 4 or 5 of those.
Got to be driving their coach nuts right now. No, he's not stomping up and down the sidelines.
That is their 7th penalty of the night. So back him up 5. We'll bring up a, from there, we'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And I thought their touchdown run that should have come back because on their touchdown because they had movement there too. So they go a misdirectional. Nice job, Garrett. Nice job. Lott had him in the backfield, pinned back, as well as Fleming. Lester finishes them off as they will get about 2 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Made him turn in maybe sooner than he wanted to, right into the hands of a waiting tackler.
They'll send 2 receivers this time out to the right, 1 to the left. They have a wing on the right-hand side. And they've got movement again.
Umpires just say, we're going to keep calling it till you get it right.
Wow. Another penalty brings it back to the 40-yard line. Will bring up a 3rd down and 15.
That's what you call shooting yourself in the foot. They've got just a pretty good offense, but coupled with some bad mistakes here on the offense, have not been able to sustain a drive last 2 times with the possession.
Lott's going to have to come out with a receiver out on the right-hand side. They got movement again. They drop back pass. They throw it across. Oh, they have a wide-open halfback right there, and he breaks it, and he does going to get the 1st down. Nice saving tackle there. Trips him up by Johnson, but he still is going to get 20 on the play as they get the little screen. Nice job by the Bearcats with the completion on the screen. So
they almost waited too long to pull the trigger on that screen.
Just about.
They had pressure coming.
Middle
First
is
down
wide
for the
open.
Bearcats.
Merle, pretty good size back himself.
Shotgun for Fraze. And quarterback keeps it himself, and he will go up to about the 37-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Klein in on the tackle. For the defense here, we'll try to shut them down. They're in Lion territory at the 37. Shotgun for Fraze, one receiver to the right, one to the left. And they look at the option. Oh, Fraze runs it nicely there. And he turns it up, will have the first down. After a gain of about 10 on the play. That was a big first down there, Mike. They had the option look on that play. Did you notice that?
Yeah, they had the chance to pitch to Hudson, but boy, the hole was there for Fraze to go through, and he picks up the first down.
They will give it to Hudson this time. Hudson is going to come up, and he'll be taken down by Johnson and Lester after he gains about 5 on the play. We'll bring up a second down and 5. Oh, a penalty flag.
Can you imagine?
And that is a legal motion. Oh, Pete. That has just got to drive a coach nuts. So.
Gates, nice run by Hudson.
We'll bring up
we're going to take that penalty every time there.
1st and 15 for the Bearcats. Now their coach is getting a little frustrated. So they call timeout.
He wants a timeout.
So.
He's had enough of that.
So with 8:53 here to go in the first half, 7-7. We have a timeout. We'll be right back.
Your Minneapolis Hometown Hardware is always there when you need an appliance, paint, tools. Well, truthfully, the list just goes on and on. So the next time you need something, almost anything, to Hometown Hardware Minneapolis, they've probably got it.
At Lambert Insurance, Kent Lambert can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 9 AG.
I'm sorry about it. We just must have a bad cable on this iPod here. We're back here.
Ellsworth looking for some more points here in the second quarter. Minneapolis not willing to give them. It's 1st and 15 here.
Fraze still looking at the sidelines for the play, and he will drop back, steps forward to pass, throws across, has a wide open receiver, and that was a beautiful pass, and they sucked us right into that one as they get the touchdown pass to number 13, McGregor Jones. That was a beautiful pass, guys. That was a 25-yard touchdown pass. Wow.
Over the deep end, nobody on him. No good.
No good.
Off to the right.
As they try to kick the extra point, it's no good off the right. So that'll make the score 13-7 Ellsworth. And, you know, I told you guys at the beginning of the game, you're going to have to watch that. This is not a passing team. But they've had 2 completions, and both have been pretty good. Now, that one's a play that we've seen. We see K-State run. We see other teams run. we've seen Matt Comfort do it where he takes a little step and then drops over the top. It sucks in the defense, especially when you're a running quarterback. It sucks in your defense.
It's a play action pass without a back.
Without a back, yeah. And they did a nice job of coming across and right in there as they get the touchdown. 25-yard touchdown pass for the Bearcats. So Bearcats will kick off. Minneapolis, not sure what the heck we're waiting on here.
Getting a play call over there on the head coach to the receiving team.
Merle will kick off for the Bearcats. Back will be Lester and Fleming. Briggs and Johnson will be at about the 20 for the Lions.
Now this time Ellsworth or Minneapolis has got their guy in the middle. So we have 5 right at the 40 or the 50.
And they kick it away, but it'll go on the ground. It'll be picked up. And they just go to Fleming. And there's a penalty flag right there. This one's going to come back. Fleming's going to go all the way up the sideline, so he's taken down at the 50, but that was a block in the back by the Lions. And that one will come back as Minneapolis, it's a block in the back. We'll bring it back. That's a tough one right there, and it was pretty clear. We could see it from right here.
Yeah. So. We had a little misdirection. We handed the ball off.
Misdirection? That was just a flat handoff. that was a quarterback handing off to the halfback in the backfield. So Minneapolis had a nice had a wall set up over here on the right-hand side, but that block in the back will back it up to the 9-yard line. That's where the Lions will start here with 8:38 left to go in the second quarter. Shotgun formation for Comfort, to the right, to the left, one in the backfield. And he will just give it to Fleming, and Fleming will get up to about the 13-yard line. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. I'm going to say 3 on the play. We'll bring up a second down at 7. 8:18 left to go in the first half, 13-7, Bearcats with the lead. 2 receivers to the right, to the left, Comfort in the shotgun. We've seen this formation all night for the Lions. They show a little blitz coming. Comfort goes under center. Cross back, throws a quick hitch to Yoxel. Nice read by Comfort to read that. Yoxel steps in, goes across, and that's a first down for the Lions. That was a great read by Comfort at the line of scrimmage to get the first down. I don't know if Matt saw something, but he went under center and just a real quick pass. Shotgun formation, to the right, to the left. Drops back to pass. Got pressure coming. Gets Johnson out there, and he will have another first down. Nice job by Alex Johnson. Turns away from the defender and comes back. Another Minneapolis first down.
Well, hey, we're passing into the wind here, guys.
Into the wind, I know. Dale, that's pretty, and I don't know what the wind's like down on the field, guys. We're up quite a ways from what there are down the field. The field sits a little bit lower.
Yeah, we're treetop level.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm higher than those trees over there.
Okay, not the ones on the end.
Come on down, Dale.
Shotgun formation.
Come back down.
And they will give to Fleming. Fleming, he will get back the line of scrimmage, but then that's it. Maybe a gain of a half a yard. Dale likes to always feel like he's a little bit better and taller than everyone else. We love you, Dale.
I'm definitely wider than some people.
Hey, we're not going that direction anymore.
No,
are we?
I didn't want anyone to get the impression that Dale was high.
Yeah.
We all know better than that.
2nd and 9 for the Lions. Shotgun formation to the right, to the left. Fleming the tailback behind Comfort. Comfort drops back to pass, and he's going to roll out. Cuts it back. Nice job by Comfort. There is a tackle right there. Comfort will have the first down, and after a scamper of about 11 yards good for a Minneapolis first down. Nice job by Matt Comfort as he goes to the left-hand side. And Ellsworth did a great job on the defense. Had all the receivers. Matt was wanting to pass and had nothing.
Yeah, I thought he was going to dump it out in the flat to Fleming. He was all alone there for a little bit. Matt cut it up field, but he sidestepped one tackler, and boy, the tackle was a little high on the
I
helmet
thought so
there.
too.
Thought he might have the face mask.
To the right, to the left, they will send Yoxel in motion. He's going to have to hurry as Yoxel goes back. Going to have to hurry here. There you go. Gets it low, gets it to Fleming. Fleming will get forward for about 4 on the play as Comfort shows a little, gets his leadership in there as he gets his receivers where he wants them, and gets it back to a 2nd down and 6. Hate to see lack the presence of Austin Goddard. Going to miss him with his ACL, but Fleming doing a nice job of trying to help carry the load. Comfort there with the run up the gut. Bring up a 3rd down and about, I'm going to say 3, maybe 4. Yeah, 4, maybe 5. 5:04 left to go here in the really going to miss Goddard on the defensive side. He has done a great job, as you said earlier, leading tackler for the Lions. Is that what you had said?
Mm-hmm. He flies around with a lot of energy, and he's in on 80% of the tackles. He's a good defender.
Drops back to pass, throws across, had Macy just threw it behind him. Macy had a hand on it, and Josh couldn't reel it in. Had a hand on it, but he had to turn his body back to get it, and just missed. And that will bring up a 4th down, and Yoxel will come in to punt. Into the wind will be Andrew Yoxel. High snap, and it's a high punt, and it's going to be, oh, wow.
Beautiful punt.
Beautiful punt, and it takes a Minneapolis roll, and it'll be at the 10-yard line. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel as he gets a 30-yard punt into a strong.
Boy, anytime you can get that ball punted out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, pin that opponent back there. And Yoxel's done it twice here tonight. That one against the wind. He had plenty of leg to get it down there. 4:30 left in the first half here. Second quarter quickly running down.
I thought you said the wind was going to be dying down as the night went on.
It sure hasn't. Shotgun formation for Fraze. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield. And he'll drop back, and he'll keep it himself, rolls the outside. Oh, wow. Nice job by Minneapolis lineman Justin Klein.
Wow, Klein just hasn't.
But he gets all the way out to the 20, a gain of 9 on the play.
Has him by the ankle.
Had him dead in the rights in the backfield, and Fraze just kept driving those feet and saw the crease and made the most of it. Oh, illegal procedures, the call. Oh, another penalty.
Thank you very much.
You know they're going to back this one up.
Yeah, they won't just let them go on this one.
Wow.
We'll give them the down to go over on that.
7th one of those. 6th or 7th.
Wow. That brings it back to the 6-yard line, wipes away 15 yards on that play. at the 4:20 mark here in the second quarter. 13-7, Bearcats with the lead.
Think they'll talk about that at halftime?
No. One receiver out to the right, one to the left. This time they have their tailbacks, halfbacks set up in a wing formations, 2 wings. They will give to Hudson. Up the gut goes Hudson, and he's going to be gone. Wow.
94 yards.
You got to be kidding me.
Wow, he does have some speed.
No flags. Good size hole right up the gut.
Yeah, great hole by the Bearcats as he goes 94 yards for the touchdown. And wow, that is a tough one right there. Number 22, Hudson goes 94 yards after the penalty. We knocked him back to the 6-yard line, had him pinned, and 94-yard touchdown run up the gut.
They may go for 2 on this since they missed that last, and they will.
Frey's in a shotgun. It's low. He'll keep it himself, and he will be in for the 2-point. That's 21-7 as the Bearcats take control here after a huge run. And they've had the penalties, guys, but we've given up 2 big offensive plays. Well, I say big, one a 25-yard touchdown pass and then that 94-yard touchdown run. And that's a tough one as the defense is doing everything they can. And Bearcats have been trying to shoot themselves in the foot, but we've unfortunately not been able to shut down.
You know, I thought with time running down, I thought we might have a chance to get into the halftime with just down a touchdown. But man, Hudson does have some wheels, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He got out there and he had separation.
No linebacker to catch him. So 3:48 to go in the half. The Lions down by 2 scores, 21-7.
I don't know if we shot the linebacker on that side, but as you mentioned, Dale, it was wide open. That hole was Hudson could see that one, and all he could see was the goal line. When anybody that can we can match that kind of speed with Hudson, he's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that ball back on the tee as the wind has its way.
Some big wheels coming up there as he cleared the secondary, cleared the linebackers, and once he got there, he was gone. 3:48. They will kick the ball though, back deep for the Lions. They will kick it towards Fleming, and he would get it about the 5-yard line, and he will keep it himself and goes up to the 15-yard line, maybe 16. And that's where we will start here with 3:42 left to go in the second quarter. 21-7, 3:42 left in the second. Bearcats with the lead.
Really important here for Minneapolis to sustain this drive and use up the rest of this clock here in the first half. Ellsworth, too potent offense. They can strike from anywhere on the field. We don't want to give them the ball back here in the first half, that's for sure.
To the right, to the left, shotgun formation. Comfort just keeps it himself. And he'll get about 2 on the play. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Yeah, you gotta, it's tough. We're into the wind right now as well, Mike. And but Matt's done a good job of passing into the wind, but we need to at least get a 1st down to keep moving this drive.
2nd and 9 here now.
Shotgun formation. He will keep it himself, and he has nothing. Gets up to about the 19-yard line as he is tackled forward by the Bearcats. And That comes out of that little start.
3rd and 8 coming up. Clock's running down to 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Fleming in the backfield with Comfort. Drops back to pass. Throws across to Johnson. Oh,
that
was
one was too simple.
That was too much on the money.
Yep.
That was perfect pass by Comfort, and Johnson just cannot handle it.
That's a tough one right there. And then Johnson had it too, had a first down, and had running room across the middle. We've seen some passes that have been behind and off the mark a little bit, but catchable. That one was right to him. Unfortunately, incomplete. Yoxel will have to punt the ball.
Wow. Into the wind. What a great play.
And nice job, Minneapolis. Oh, nice job there by the Lions. I don't know who had the leg tackle right there.
He wouldn't let loose.
He would not let loose, and they finished him off. We'll see him get out, and that's Dalton Lester. Nice job by Lester. He did a great job, or was that not? Justin Klein comes out of there
Klein,
as well
Johnson, and can't see the 3rd number. Is that Fleming?
That was Glazer with the return, and he was planted right there, whoever had
I
the
think Fleming
ankle.
was the 3rd one.
Wow. Nice job by the Lions right there. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Freeze. They had movement again. No call. Freeze keeps it, goes up. Nice job by Klein from the linebacker spot. He'll get him for 5. They could almost call that every single time they've had. They are just moving a tad early. So 2nd down and 6 for the Bearcats.
1:45 to go in the half. Let's see if we can keep them down here, not get a score to end the half.
1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for Freeze. And he'll keep it himself. He'll look to pitch, keeps it, and nice job by Dalton Lester. And a late penalty flag.
Boy, it was a heck of a stiff arm by Fraze, and Lester would
Horse collar.
had to drag him down because that's exactly what it is.
They called the horse collar on Lester. That's a tough one. He had to have had his hand up high. I don't know if, in fact, he had it that high, but
stops the clock at 1:21 and moves the ball another 15 yards down to the 19-yard line.
Eight-yard pickup in the first down, but then tack on another, 10 for the horse collar?
He said 15.
15.
So,
boy, they're inside the red zone.
Shotgun formation. Hudson in the backfield with him. He'll delay it to Hudson. Hudson goes inside, gets the wing, and he's going to be in for a touchdown. A 19-yard touchdown run by the Bearcats, number 22, Chyler Hudson, with the touchdown run.
Penalty.
Oh, thank you so much.
10 yards.
Oh, thank you. That's 2 touchdowns that have been called back.
But the flag is at the 11-yard line.
Take that 19 yards off Hudson's total.
Maybe move it back to the 21, 2 yards further back than where that last play started.
Wow.
I would assume they'd run that play one more time, wouldn't you think, Scotty?
I think so.
Boy, that Hudson had turned that corner. He was gone.
Minneapolis defense going to have to tighten up. How big of a stop? They got to stop him here. Defense has got to take it on him and get him down here. Knock him backwards. Get the ball back or something. And quarterback keeps it. Late pitch. Ball's on the ground. And Hudson will fall on it. Nice job by Hudson to get that one. Minneapolis had him tied up. They looked at the option as Fraze had nothing. And he pitched it. And ball goes on the grass.
At the 20, 1 yard gain.
Gosh, they gained 2. They were
2 yard gain, yeah.
there's their one fumble that they now have recovered.
Clock is running down to 40 seconds here.
Shotgun formation for Fraze, one to the right, one to the left.
Hold them out, boys.
Drops back, he'll look to pass. Throws across the middle, has a receiver, and throws it above. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 or 9.
Merle, that crossing pattern, man, he looked like he was open there for a second.
I think he was. Nice job by the defense to close on that. He had him, but he would have had to have been a perfect pass, and just was not on that one.
Clock stops, 31 seconds.
Yeah, 31.
3rd and 10. To the right this time for Fraze. Drops back to pass once again. This time comes across, throws out. Throws way out there. Tries to get it to number 23, and that's Merle. And that's an incomplete pass. Will bring up a 4th down and 10. Had Merle open out there, but just overthrew him by quite a bit. So
Bearcats take a timeout with 26 seconds remaining, leading 21-7. We'll take one with them. Take word from our sponsors. Be right back. Figure out where it went. Can't see it.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great on new used cars. New CPs, serving their customers since 1957. Bennett Autoplex.
Bennington State Bank is proud to support the Minneapolis Lions for the 2011-2012 season. We're proud to be a part of our great community and strive for excellence in our school, curriculum, and athletics. Go Lions in the 11-12 season from Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Salina, Bennington, Minneapolis, Wamego, Sylvan Grove, and Lucas. Member FDIC.
Want the ultimate adrenaline rush? Jump from planes, rappel from helicopters, shoot the most sophisticated weapons on Earth. Find out more by calling the U.S. Army at 785-827-3666.
welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Shotgun formation for Fraze, 4th down and 10. He'll drop back to pass. He has pressure coming. Steps up. He's got a little bit of running room, and he'll be tackled. He's not going to get the 1st down. Nice job by the Lions. Wow, we needed that one, guys. Nice stop by the defense. Did a great job of shutting them down after they had the touchdown. The penalty got it called back. Nice job by the defense. I was a little hard on them, but they just did what they needed to do right there to shut them down and to dig in deep. 17 seconds left in the half, down 21-7, but it could have been much worse.
Yes, it could. One TD called back there just from Hudson. Boy, penalties have killed the Bearcats here tonight.
I hope we take a knee here and run it out. Maybe not.
Comfort goes under center. It looks like it. That's what he might do, and he does. So that will send it into halftime. 21-7. Lions trail by 14, but the Bearcats, they could have been easily 28. They've had 2 touchdowns called back tonight, but this one was a big one. Luckily, we shut them down. 21-7 at the half. We will take a break, and then we'll be back with some stats and some talk by the 3 of us. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 2, Minneapolis.
There are careers in high demand that offer high pay. Learn the skills you need to receive top pay in programs like machine tool technology, welding, or HVAC at Salina Area Technical College. Life's a trip. Get directions and log on to salinatech.edu today.
And they've had 11 penalties. Most of them have been illegal procedure. You know that they probably, I'm sure, have talked about that big time at half. But Minneapolis is going to have to work on the positives that they had. They're going to have to build on that. This team is, they still got some young kids on this team, and their senior leadership is going to have to step up and say, come on, guys, let's dig down deep and let's get this. So
Well, Dale, are the bratwursts any good?
I don't know. I didn't have one.
Oh, darn.
So,
That's gonna.
it's windy down on the field even, guys. Thought I'd bring that rumor to rest that it wasn't as windy down there.
So it went down on the field to check things out. Now, that is a great cameraman to go down
That's
the
right.
field and to get down there and check out the field conditions for us.
Halftime results from Gypsum. Beloit 14, Southeast 6.
Oh, wow.
Beloit lost their fullback on the opening play of the game, I was told.
Wow.
So
14-6, Beloit at half against Southeast.
Thought there'd be some more separation than that, but
Yeah, I kind of thought there would be too, and there still might be.
There's still half a football up there. So,
but you know, in that offense, losing the fullback is a big critical item. But
yeah, they rely on that lead back for a lot of the blocks in the hole on that linebacker.
well, both squads are coming back out on the field here to get ready to resume second half play.
we went back on the air a little quick there, Dale, because of the yes, and it was pretty severe. So
My apologies. We have a cord that has impedance problems.
we think we figured out the chord, though. I think we
Yes.
finally figured it out. But Minneapolis, so we will say a special thanks to all of our sponsors. We will try to have some ads from them here in a little bit. Maybe Dale will have them. It can just read a few. So
I think we might. Let me double check.
21-7 at the half, though. Minneapolis, Mike. I told you what I thought we needed to do. How about you?
Well, I'd have to agree with you. Our special teams have kept us close, and Ellsworth, if they right the ship on their penalties, we're still going to have to figure out a way to stop their running attack. They torched us for 250 yards in the first half. They scored 250, or run for 250 yards in the second half. It's not going to be our type of ball game. So we're going to have to control the ball and keep it on our side of the field, and keep them on the defensive side.
Yeah.
We do have ad copies here, guys. I'll read a few. At Lambert Insurance, when Kent Lambert can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help. Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, you will find a small town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars. New vehicles including Buick and GMC trucks and SUVs, serving their customers since 1957. Bennett Autoplex, Salina. It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue this tradition. This fast track will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Races start this spring at Minneapolis Raceway. Go Lions. CNR Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. CNR Plating, happy to be a Minneapolis Lions backer. And finally, City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wall will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis. Back to live broadcasting here.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had live broadcasting through our spots here, but special thanks to our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you, and we greatly appreciate that. As we're about a minute away from the start of the second half, and I think I'm going to put a jacket on, boys, so I will hand it over to you for a
My
second.
short sleeve shirt was getting to the point where it just wasn't hacking it here. Ellsworth should get the ball to start the second half, or it'll be their option. Minneapolis won and declined the first half. Well, no, it'd be the other way around. Minneapolis would get the kickoff. I'm all confused. I don't know. If I'd have watched the referees at the center of the field with the captains, I'd have known. But let's recap. We're at 21-7 in favor of the Ellsworth Bearcats hosting the Lions here tonight. Getting ready for the second half action with the wind still gusting, probably up to 30 miles an hour. Whether you're on the field or up here high with Scott, Dale, and Mike. Got a nice, probably 75 to 100 fans over there on the east side of the field that have made the trek to Ellsworth from Minneapolis. Minneapolis will kick off into the wind from the north end zone to your left on the TV screen, or will receive, excuse me. Ellsworth will kick off from the south on the right into your screen.
Should get the ball since we kicked in the first half.
Yep. So back deep for the Lions to start this will be Lester as well as Fleming, and then Eckert and Briggs will be at about the 20. So we'll see exactly what they do here. So Merle to kick the ball, and it is up and it is away, and it will go to Fleming at about the 10-yard line. He will set it up, come down the sidelines, go up. Got a tackler. He'll get it out to the 30-yard line. That is probably one of our best returns so far this year. Straight up. Nice job by Fleming to take it all the way up to the 30-yard line. So it's almost like I got to turn away from the wind and talk sideways here. So.
Well, as long as you have eyes on the side of your head to watch what's going on.
You know, a nice sustained drive right here. Minneapolis gets 7 at the end of this thing, and we're right back in this ball game.
We've not had a completed drive yet tonight. It would be nice to see one here.
Shotgun formation. He'll roll out to pass on first down throws, and it's short. Had Macy out here on the left-hand side, but that one was short. Looked like it fluttered a little bit. I'll blame it on the wind, give Matt the benefit of the doubt on that one. So, into the wind.
He was a little reluctant to turn loose the ball that time, held on to it a little bit too long, but it's either that or the wind knocked it down. Can't complete it, win.
Shotgun formation to the right, to the left. Fleming in the backfield. He'll roll the outside. He'll roll out, and he's going to be sacked. Wow. The defense collapsed on that, or the defense did a great job of getting in the backfield, and we lost 10 yards on that one to bring us back. That's the first sack we've had on us in a while.
There's no dump off screen available on that one, and we lost 12, 13 yards.
I don't know that he, though, because he was following Fleming out of the backfield. So if he was going to dump it off to Fleming, and he let the line go, it did not pan out.
It's third and at least 20.
And they'll just give it to Fleming. And that is a gain of nothing. We'll bring up a 4th down and 20, and Yoxel will have to punt. So not the plan that the Lions wanted coming out of the half, to go 3 and out on their first possession.
I think you'll see Matt in the future kind of get rid of that ball out there and dump it out and take the incomplete pass rather than the 10-yard loss.
And that one is going to be picked up in the wind. Oh, wow. Nice one by Yoxel.
A heck of a punt against that breeze.
Man, I'm having to hang on to the rails here to keep from getting blown away.
Almost a 40-yard punt.
Into the wind. That's
Matter of fact, that is a 40-yard punt into the wind. Wow. Nice to have Andrew Yoxel as our kicker, because he has a
take over on their
shot.
40.
one to the right, one to the left, shotgun for Fraze. And he will keep it himself. And there's a penalty flag as Lester takes him down. Gain of 3. And it is.
Because we had him in the backfield right there. And 10-yard spot foul.
And it'll be a 13-yard penalty because it was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So
going to make it 1st and 23.
I would have bet a hot fudge Sunday they wouldn't have had too many penalties here in the second half. Glad I didn't bet that.
I bet their illegal procedures have cut down.
Shotgun for Fraze. I'm just going to call the play-by-play and not comment. Fraze keeps himself, goes the outside, and wow, just like that, he breaks the tackle and gets 19 or almost 22 yards on that one. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. And he was close to breaking that, guys. Justin Klein comes up a little gimpy on that one. And wow, a big run by Fraze out on the right-hand side. They're going to measure it to make sure. I think they're half a yard short.
Here, they're short.
He did 22 and he got 21, looks like to me, but he might be off a yard or 2 here. What a run by Fraze.
Yep.
They're lucky to grab a hold of his shirt as he went by, and
well,
they're going to give it to him.
Shows how good a sight we have.
I think they mismarked it when they brought the chain out. I think they moved it half an inch because it sure looked like it was short from up here. And we've got a pretty darn good view right at the 50-yard line up here. So 1st down for the Bearcats. Shotgun formation for Fraze. Drops back to pass. He's going to throw across the top and has a receiver.
Oh my.
Wow.
He was there.
He was there.
That was their speedy back out there, too.
Hudson right there. Yeah, it was.
Tell you that if that would have been on the money, that would have been another touchdown because he had separation. Luckily, it's short.
Hudson laid out for it. I thought it was right on the money, but Hudson couldn't run under it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Fraze in a shotgun. This time 2 receivers out the left. They will give it to the halfback. Up the gut he goes, and he's going to be gone again. 50-yard touchdown run up the gut, 2nd time tonight. And just like that, they hit for 50 yards.
Good size hole.
Yeah,
boy, when you can hit it that quick,
time.
get past the backup support, you're gone.
He just outran the secondary. I thought we had the angle on him, and he split the 2 defenders and
speed
all the way to the pay dirt.
And the extra point is kicked through there. We'll make it 28-7. And 9:37 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Ellsworth does what they want to do on their first possession. And you know that's a big run right there to get that 2 touchdowns for him, 142 yards just in 2 touchdowns for Hudson.
Well, let's hear a few more words.
About 185 yards.
I believe it. 94, 96 plus that. Let's hear a couple words from our sponsors. The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank of Minneapolis are locally owned community banks which offer traditional accounts such as checking, savings, certificates of deposit, IRAs, and loans, and online banking. But most important, they're committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And we'll stop with that. Even though I was going to read Scott's ad next. It's time to play football.
Merrill will kick off for Ellsworth. They've got the wind at their back. And we'll see if we get a run back on this one. Did a good job last time, got it up to the 30-yard line.
And this time it will go towards Fleming again. He will take it. It's going to go into the end zone, and that will bring it back to 20. Before you do that, Dale, I'd just like to say a thank you, if you guys don't mind.
I suppose.
I'd like to thank everyone out there that prayed for my daughter and prayed for my family over the weekend. And I just greatly appreciate all that, as my daughter took a pretty severe, pretty long fall, and she's okay. But I just want to thank everyone.
You're welcome.
For their prayers, because definitely greatly appreciate that. My family does as well. Shotgun formation, trips to the right, for the Lions, one to the left. One in the backfield, and that's Eckert. They drop back, has pressure coming, throws across the middle to Christensen, and he's got it. Nice catch by Connor Christensen at the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 1.
Well, you know what? That play had 2 marks against it. The snap was low, Comfort rescued it, and the pass was low. Christensen rescued it. So.
Yeah, nice job by Connor on that one. This time they'll send Connor and Macy out to the right, and Johnson and Yoxel out to the left. Eckert's in the backfield, and Matt will just keep it himself, and he'll have the 1st down as he follows the big back and Luke Eckert through the hole. Nice job by Luke Eckert. As
our big bruising fullback there.
Luke does a nice job of just gave a little bit of a hole for Matt, and Matt was able to get the 1st down. After the 35-yard line, we'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Lions.
For our own confidence, guys, we need to gel and get the ball down the field for a touchdown.
Trips to the left this time, one to the right, and that's Johnson out on the right-hand side. Eckert in the backfield with Comfort. He'll drop back to pass. He'll throw across. Intercepted. Wow, that's a big interception for a middle linebacker. Josh Barr did an amazing job of jumping up and getting that one. As
he snagged it.
He did. And he had to jump in the air to get that, guys. That was a big pick by
that big guy.
Yeah.
Good hands by the big guy, the linebacker, right in the passing lane.
6'1", 194-pound guard on the offensive side. I don't know if he was playing in the linebacker or playing in the.
Sets him up on the line, 31-yard line now. 1st and 10.
Short field.
Drops back to pass, throws across, has a wide open receiver, and it's over the top of his hands.
Oh my. Earl, I think, might have lost it in the light or something. It looked like it was right on the money.
Yeah.
Went for it all immediately.
Bray's 2 passes, 2 incompletes, but man, they were both close to being 7 points.
As they'll come back up, they'll have one to the right, one to the left, shotgun formation. And he'll roll the outside. And Yoxel had to make a choice. He had to take the pitch man, and his job was the tailback. And Fraze cuts it in, and they gain about 8 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
22, I think, takes them down.
That'd be Dalton Lester with the tackle.
We haven't seen Fraze pitch it too many times once they put it on the ground, but for the most part, he doesn't pitch it very often to the option back.
3rd and 1 coming up.
Shotgun formation, one to the right, one to the left, one in the backfield. And Fraze keeps it himself, and he will, nice job in the lines. He may be close. I don't think he's going to have it according to the spot by this side. It'll be close.
That'll be 4-down territory.
He ran into our freshman linebacker, number 33, Fleming, met him in the hole. And quite a collision, wasn't it?
They're not going to measure. They're just going to say 4th and 1 as they will come back the line. It's where the Lions be huge to somehow get a stop right here. We're surprised they just don't line him up under center. Quarterback keeps it himself, and he will have the 1st down. And +5. We'll give them a fresh set of downs.
At the 15 of the Lions.
You've
So
got
in
a
the
running
red zone.
quarterback like that at 188 pounds. He runs hard.
Yeah, he does. First and 10 at the 15, as Dale said earlier. Shotgun for Fraze. And they do a little mini reverse there. Nice job by the Lions to read that one, as Garrett Lott did a great job, as well as Fleming, to read that, and then it's finished off by Lester and Johnson. But nice job by the Lions to read that, Garrett Lott and Jake Fleming.
Bearcat is on the field. Was that the running back?
It must have been. So we'll take a quick break. Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll keep it here, but
well, we'll get another word from our sponsors here while we're waiting. If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for more than 80 years because they want to protect what matters most. Call Scott Osherman of Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Hey, you know, I know that guy.
Do you? Is he an all right guy?
He's an all right guy.
Your Minneapolis Hometown Hardware is always there when you need an appliance, paint, tools. Well, truthfully, the list just goes on and on and on. So the next time you need something, almost anything, go to Hometown Hardware in Minneapolis. They've probably got it.
Earl.
And Bennington State Bank is proud to support the Minneapolis Lions for the 2011 and 12 seasons. We're proud to be part of our great community and strive for excellence in our school, curriculum, and athletics. Go Lions in the 11-12 season with Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank with offices in Salina, Bennington, Minneapolis, Wamego, Sylvan Grove, and Lucas. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. As the injured player was Merrill, he gets up and helps off the field, but he was walking pretty decent for the Bearcats. Second down and 11. Shotgun formation for Fraze. They will give it to their fullback up the gut again, and another touchdown up the middle, guys.
Hey, if you're having success, keep putting it there till you can stop them.
That's Hudson again.
16-yard touchdown run by number 22, Hudson.
At the 6:14 mark of the third quarter, makes it 34-7.
And the kick is up, and Merrill must not be hurt too bad because he just comes in and kicks the extra point. So it doesn't seem too hurt on that one. So 35-7, Bearcats with the lead. We were able to answer, guys, after their first drive. After their first drive, they scored, we scored, and then it's been Ellsworth ever since. 35-7. Minneapolis has not been able to get any offense going, and the Bearcats have just had some huge runs. They had 250 yards rushing in the first half, and
I've got Hudson with over 200 yards by himself now with the 50-yard run, that run right there. So 202 yards by Hudson, and over 300 yards rushing by the Bearcats right now.
As they will, Merle will kick the kickoff here. They told me it's Merle. They pronounce it like Merle. Merle Pardee. Merle Haggard.
It's like
Merle.
M-E-R-L, huh?
M-E-R-L.
Merle.
So Merle will kick it off here.
I think he must have just had the wind knocked out of him a little bit because he looks not too worse for wear.
As the kickoff coming here, back deep will be Fleming and Lester. And it will be kicked towards Fleming, and he will take it. He will not. It will go into the end zone. I'll tell you, Merrill's not a bad little kicker, guys. He's got
once you get some wind behind him, especially, he can boom it. Let the wind carry it.
6:14 left to go here in the third quarter, and so
I'll say it again. The Lions need to get a sustained drive going.
So
take some time off the clock, get a score. Easier said than done.
Unfortunately, you're right. It's been a tough one. You know, I don't. Trips to the right-hand side. Eckert in the backfield. He'll drop back in. Comfort just keeps it himself, and we got a penalty flag. Either
face back or hold.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding on, unfortunately, I think Forte over there. So we'll see for sure. Yep, holding is the call against the Lions. It was thrown right towards Forte. I don't know if he was the one that had the hold or not, but either way, it'll back us up 10. We'll bring up a 1st and 20 from the 10-yard line. 9-yard line. Macy and Christensen out on the right-hand side. Johnson and Yoxel out on the left. Eckert in the backfield with Comfort. Drops back. Throws across. And misread there by either the receiver or the quarterback because he threw it into a spot there was nobody. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 20.
Clock stops at 6:02 with the incomplete pass.
Not easy passing against this breeze. It's a good stiff 20, 25 mile an hour breeze, and kind of beat that one down before it got out into the flat.
To the right, to the left, shotgun formation. And he'll keep it himself on 2nd and 10, and he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. They have done a great job of spreading it out. Their 5-3 defense is spread a little wider, and they've just did a nice job of being able to shut them down, and we've not been able to get anything going the outside, unfortunately.
Comfort's primarily been running between the tackles all year long for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 yards, but tonight Ellsworth plugging the gaps pretty well there and pretty much keying on Matt.
Yep. Trips to the right this time for the Lions on 3rd and 19. He'll drop back to pass, has pressure coming, and pitches it outside to Fleming. Fleming, oh wow, nice open field tackle. Nice little pitch there, but a great open field tackle by
Merle. He must be feeling real well.
Yeah. Wow.
Gets it to the 14 though. Gives us a little extra breathing room on the punt.
Yox will be back to punt. He'll be standing about our own 3-yard line. We're missing one out there. So Corman comes in, but a little confusion there. Oh, wow. So good snap. And directional.
Yep. Got held up a little bit in the wind there. Great bounce.
And oh wow, the back just wide. I'll tell you, that's a gutsy play by back, but a smart play because we had turned our back.
Yeah, we gave him so much room.
We turned our back to it, and we just let it, thinking that.
Yeah, Lester backed off 8 yards, and Ellsworth smart picked it up and ran it 6-7 yards up the field.
Yep. So about a 35-yard punt by Yoxel, but into the wind, and Bearcats will take over on our own 40-yard line. Have pressure coming across. Has Merrill for a touchdown. 40-yard touchdown pass.
Well, when you got a 4-4 cover too, and you spread the field, Alex Johnson is responsible for the wide receiver out here, and when you bring Merrill right up the gut like that, there is no one there, and Merrill was wide open there for a 40-yard.
40-yard touchdown pass. At the 4:16 mark in the third quarter. And no good is the extra point. So 41-7 at 4:15 in the third quarter. And They're quick. It's been a very quick strike offense.
Quick strike, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't had to drive the ball very much before they score in this half.
They're fast enough to strike right up the middle. The pass, Praise's pass is right on the money, and their receivers, I'll tell you, they're in the end zone before you can blink.
Let's hear another word from our sponsors. The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of these broadcasts to these Lion games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. And Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA and 99 KG, is the proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lion Sports. Listen to Lion Sports on SalinaPost.com.
So, guys, were you able to call the volleyball the other night?
Yeah.
I'll let you talk a little bit about that here in a minute. Heck, kick towards Fleming at about his own 8-yard line. He will bring it back, and he'll be taken down at about the 22 as Fleming will return it by about 12 yards on the return. So how was volleyball on Tuesday,
They
guys?
dispatched Russell in 2 games each match. But bad news is that the Rourke girl and the Begley girl have grown. Each make
5'10", 5'11".
They're going to be another force in basketball.
They're not much for volleyball, but they are tough under the boards on the offensive glass.
Trips in time for the Lions. They will fake the handoff, and Comfort keeps it himself. He'll break it out. Nice job by Comfort. He will have the first down. Takes it all the way out to the 41-yard line. This time we had trips to the right-hand side. We saw that formation early in this. Yeah, we saw it all year, actually. And he ran to the weak side. That worked for us, and we'll see what they do. Nice job by the Lions. I couldn't tell, was Garrett Lott pulled on that one, coming to the left, to the backside on the weak side.
Junior high Lions won in football last night over Southeast of Saline.
Now the volleyball team put it on cruise control and limited Russell to 10, 11, 12, 14 points a game. No more points than that. So they were pretty efficient all night long.
I was going to try to video that football game, but got a call at 6:30 yesterday morning. Says, Dad, I'm in the hospital in labor. Brennan is coming early, so
did you say number 7, Dale?
Number 7 grandchild. Not all 6 for that daughter. And 1 in Salina from.
Dale, you're blessed.
Very much so.
Yes. Beautiful young baby boy.
Trips to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Eckert in the backfield. Shotgun for Comfort. And this time he goes to the trip side. Comfort cuts it back in. He will have another Minneapolis first down as he gets it out to the Ellsworth 42-yard line. Nice run by Comfort with 2:58 left to go in the third quarter. So 41-7.
This is our furthest. We've penetrated the
in the second half.
The Ellsworth defenses this game on a drive. I mean, we got down there on a punt and
we scored after a blocked punt.
A blocked punt, yeah.
Trips to the right-hand side, shocking for Comfort. They will fake to Eckert. They'll go to the weak side. Comfort breaks out, and he will go up to about the 36-yard line. And that time they did pull. They did pull I'd say either the wing or the tight end on that side pulls over to the weak side, but a gain of about 6 on the play.
The lead block, as you mentioned, Scott, also very important on this running attack. Minneapolis and Lott is there quite often on that lead block.
Shotgun formation. Low snap, late, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. That's just a low snap, and that just sets the timing off. And
that low snap bit us this time. We've gotten away with it several times tonight.
We'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. A minute 44 left in the in the third quarter.
Merle so quick, can get right in there as he saw that snap was bad. He was on top counter before Matt could really get on track.
Trips to the right-hand side is Corman, Yoxel, and Lott. Shotgun formation. Drop back to pass. He'll keep it himself, and wow, nice job by the Bearcats. They trip him up there.
Right, about quarterback right in there on the tackle.
We'll bring up a 4th down and 5. Minute left to go here in the quarter. 4th and 5.
I don't think we'll see a field goal attempt here, Mike.
No, sir.
Not into the wind, anyway.
A little gusty for that. We are going to go for it, though.
Trips on the left-hand side.
4th and 5.
Good snap. They have pressure coming. They throw across. And nice catch by Johnson for the first down. Alex had to go up in the air and get it, but he does catch it for the first down. Nice job by Alex Johnson with the catch, and great pass by Comfort.
Well, so far we're getting that nice sustained drive that I've been begging for. Is there a flag?
There is a flag. Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, I see it over there. It looks like it's thrown by the head linesman over there.
Yep, that's exactly where it is.
Typically will be encroachment or an offsides. Maybe he's going to pick it up. No.
Block in the back.
Not so lucky.
Against the Lions, and that will back us up, guys. That will take away the first down. Let's see where it was from. It was about the 30-yard line. So
it was beyond the first down marker. It would be a 10-yarder from that point. It was back to about the 41.
Oh, no, they're going from the line of scrimmage, guys.
Oh.
They called it from the line of scrimmage, so 15-yard penalty to take away a first down.
Offensive pass interference is the call.
Ooh.
According to the main announcer here.
One block in the back, 15 yards. Good night. That one hurt.
4th down and a bunch, 20 or so.
What,
30 seconds to go in the quarter.
Oh, they decline it and they get the ball?
It was loss of down also.
Oh, wow.
Ellsworth gets the ball in line territory at the 48.
And the 15-yard penalty and
loss of down.
That was ugly.
That was really ugly. Wow. So Ellsworth has it on our 48-yard line. Shotgun formation. A inside handoff. Nice job by the Lions to read that one. They'll shut them down. That should end the third quarter.
They tried that receiver reverse there, whatever you call it. Again, with no luck. Clock's ticking at 10 seconds to go.
I don't think they'll get another playoff, but yeah, they won't. So that'll end the third quarter. But Ellsworth scores
3 times.
3 times, 20 points in the third quarter, 3 touchdowns, and they had the lead 41-7. And while you're getting ready for some announcement, guys, you know, we've got the wind to our backs in the fourth quarter. We are going to have to strike and strike quick and strike fast, and we're going to have some onside kicks, and we're just going to,
we're going to have to.
Ellsworth's going to have to.
We're going to have to hold them first on this drive.
We have to somehow get them to shoot themselves in the foot, and so far we've done it, not them, in the second half. So, Dale, word from our sponsors.
Where do you need to go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you'll encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game. There are careers in high demand that offer high pay. Learn the skills you need to receive top pay in programs like machine tool technology, welding, or HVAC at Salina Area Technical College. Lice a trip. Get directions and log on to SalinaTechEdu.edu today. And lastly here's the one I've been wanting to do. Want the ultimate adrenaline rush? Jump from airplanes, rappel from helicopters, shoot the most sophisticated weapons on Earth. Find out how by calling the U.S. Army at 785-827-3666.
I just heard an update. 21-6 is the score from Southeast of Saline. Beloit 21-6 at Southeast of Saline. Bearcats had the ball on the 50-yard line. They will run the outside. Oh, nice job by the defense, and they will drop them for a loss of about 2 on the play. The defense did a great job, and that one looked like it just kind of fell apart for the Bearcats. That lost 3 on the play, but nice job by the Lions defense there, Mike.
Good pursuit from the backside. I'm sure Klein was one of those in Barry on that left side. Tracked him down and threw him for a loss, which we haven't done very much here tonight. Negative plays, Ellsworth has limited that with the exception of the penalties. And they've kind of righted the ship here in the second half with the exception of the one.
Shotgun formation, they will hand off the inside. There we go.
Finally, they tried a north-south play that didn't go any better than the east-west plays.
They go up the middle, that'll bring 4th down, and
now they're going to have to punt into the wind.
So last time they punted into the wind, we were able to block it, so. That'd be Yoxel. That'd be a dream to have 2 blocked punts in one night. So I have a feeling you'll see him get it off a lot quicker, though. Good snap. And we had pressure coming, and it's not a good punt. Oh, wow.
Great bounce for the Lions.
Nice job. That's going to be about
a 5-yard
punt.
4-yard punt.
That's showing some talent from how Andrew Yoxel.
It makes you appreciate Andrews kicks into the wind when he got off, what, a 40-yarder into the wind?
40-yarder into the wind.
40-yarder and a 35-yarder.
And he did not. There wasn't anybody. That wasn't a block or anything. Lester was close, laid himself out on that, but that was a benefit for us. We will take over at midfield after the 5-yard punt by the Bearcats.
And like you mentioned, Scott, with the wind, we need to go ahead and sustain this drive and get 7.
He'll drop back to pass. He'll roll the outside. He will pitch it late, gets it to Eckert. Eckert's going to have the 1st down and a little bit more. Nice job, Luke Eckert, as he gets the pitch. 15-yard run by Eckert will be enough for a Minneapolis 1st down.
Our speedy scat back there. Would that describe the Eckert boy? Scat back?
You know, we haven't pitched it too many times this
No,
year,
we haven't.
Eckert, but
We
that
haven't.
one was tailor-made. Matt, they came to get him and got it back. A nice pitch back to Eckert. He got another 8 yards down the field and 1st down.
Trips to the left this time. Shotgun formation and Comfort. And he'll keep it, but he'll go up 7. 10:03, 41-7, and
do I see a flag? Or is that just trash?
I don't see
That's trash.
Dale.
Right down there at the 36-yard line. In the center.
That's trash.
Just to show the folks at home I'm not imagining things. Different. Wrong color.
2nd and...
It's that bratwurst scrapper that I've been trying to find.
Shotgun formation, trips to the left, one to the right. Eckert in the backfield with Comfort. Eckert keeps it himself. And he will lose a yard on the play. Will bring up a 3rd down and 3. They said he gained 1.
That's positive yardage. I thought maybe he might have lost a yard.
I did too.
3rd and 2 coming up from the Bearcat 27. Maybe the 28.
Trips to the right-hand side. Corman, Lott, and Yoxel. And we jump.
There's a -5 yards.
And we will go back 5 yards.
Alex Johnson jumped the gun out here a little bit. Last time he was 5 yards down the field when he jumped the gun. This time
Alex wasn't the only one.
Yeah,
The right side of the line.
lineman that went with him.
Yeah, the right side of the line also went with him. So every official out there threw their flag, I think.
3rd and 7 now. From the Bearcat 33.
8:37 left to go here in the ball game. Drops back. There we go. Has a little pass out there to Yoxel. It's enough for the first down. That's the little play action pass I've been wanting to see. Steps in, drops back and passes. Yoxel has the first down with a gain of about 10, but that's enough for a Minneapolis first down. Okay, let's get a quick strike right here into the end zone. How's that, Mike?
Yes, all for it. Comfort picked that little keeper up the gut, step back, hit Yoxel right in stride. It's a nice pass and catch.
Shotgun formation. They will hand it off to Lott. Lott's gonna, oh wow, that's a bruising. That's a nice job by Garrett Lott. He did a great job with an inside handoff. He comes out of that trips formation, comes across, and he's usually the lead block. This time he takes the handoff, 15-yard run down to the 5-yard line. Nice job by Garrett Lott, and he put some people on the ground when he hit them, didn't he?
Well, when they come to get him, he didn't sidestep them. He lowered his shoulder and took him right on down for another yard or two.
First and goal from the 5.
Nice carry by Garrett Lott right there. Trips to the right-hand side from the 5. They will give to Eckert. Eckert's in for the touchdown. Yes, he is. Nice job, Luke Eckert. And I believe that's his first touchdown.
Yes, I believe so.
Of the season. Nice
probably
job by Eckert.
Career, probably.
So Eckert gets the 5-yard touchdown for the Lions.
That was a quick touchdown, Scott.
Yep, Eckert is a junior. Yoxel to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. And it's into the trees. Kid's going to have to go down in the ravine to get it. Where's the ball at?
Gives 14 points on the boards for the Lions.
Oh, we've got a penalty. Do we have a penalty flag? We do. So we have a flag. False start against the Lions. That'll back him up 5.
Oh, well. Just chalk it up. He ain't going to miss from that distance, especially with the wind at his back.
Dale.
He's got the leg for this, doesn't he?
No, he's got the leg for this. There's no doubt about that. But
Kid better back up a little bit. Andrew might put a charge into this one.
this time it'll be a ball will be placed at the be kicked from the 15. Snap, kick is up, and it is it goes through. It goes through, but Dale Leach, keep your mouth quiet, buddy. You got lucky there, buddy. Dale, it'll go through.
Hey, it did.
It got all the upright, but ricocheted through. It counted.
Gee.
Must hit the back side of the pole.
Thank goodness it hit the back side of the pole. It goes through, though. That's all that counts. 41-14 is, and he puts enough foot in it that it's not by any means a weak kick.
No,
So there's a lot of power going on that. PAT is good, though.
So now it's 41-14 with 7:38 to go in the game, and I think we'll see an onside kick, guys.
Yes, we will. We will. 41-14, 7:38.
And the wind hasn't diminished, Mike.
Did Mike anticipate the wind going down?
Mm-hmm.
After midnight.
I think that was a forecast from Mike Perry. Mike Perry's private weather channel. Well, they've moved several people up close to
They
into
are
a group here.
anticipating that also, aren't they? Got
I
young,
see an opening right over on the right side by their quarterback, number 7.
young Glazer right there in the middle.
Yeah, I think they've seen us do this before. We'll see here.
Ball falls over. We got a great spot right out here in the center to pooch it to.
And it is, and it's on the ground. Do we get it?
Well, Ellsworth didn't let it go 10
Ellsworth
yards
did,
for one thing.
Well, they didn't. Ellsworth does land on it.
If they touch it first, that
It
don't
doesn't
matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
No, as long as they touch it first, it doesn't matter.
It
Bearcats
was
will
loose for a
kick it,
minute, though, wasn't it?
Thought we might have had a chance on that. He bounced off of them and had a chance right there, but the Bearcats do land on it at 7:35 left in the fourth quarter.
They take over on the line, 47. Need to stop them again here.
Shotgun formation for Fraze. And he'll keep it himself, and he'll go still on his feet. And he's still going. I cannot believe they do not blow that whistle. Wow. He goes enough for the first down.
Goodness.
And they
carried the pile with him.
He did. And
There's
we've got somebody
the
down
field.
for
That's
us.
a Lion player. Let's see the white jersey. It's 72. He's getting up though.
Part way.
12 seniors on this Bearcat team, and wow, guys, looking at it on the offense, their entire starting backfield and their line, except for one, their center is a senior.
You know, as long as they graduate Clint Glazer, I'm good with it.
And we do have a player. Does he walk off the field, guys?
Yeah, I think he did. Okay. I didn't see them assisting anybody off. It was 72 that was shaken up.
Glazer, not a prolific football player. He's out there, plays corner on defense and split in on the offense. But let me tell you, if he gets hot on the basketball court, he can put a lot of points on the board
very
in a
quickly.
hurry.
Very quickly.
Got a touchdown pass tonight, though, didn't he?
Pardon?
He caught a touchdown pass tonight, though, didn't he?
I don't think that was him.
No,
I thought it was a Glazer.
McGregor Jones.
Oh. Quarterback tries it up the center, no good.
Bring up a second down and 10. Ball's on the Minneapolis 37-yard line. 6:52 left to go in the ball game. They'll just take their time, and Ellsworth's going to come away with a victory tonight, but they'll just take their time milking this one.
Hudson just a little bit too much speed out there tonight. Ellsworth line doing a good job opening holes for him a couple times. He right up the gut, just like
And
that.
Hudson
right
goes
there.
right up the gut again, and luckily,
Klein just barely had a hold of his jersey.
I'll tell you that. Or he would have been up the gut again. Klein did a great job getting him from the backside, or Hudson would have had another touchdown right there, guys. He is so explosive coming right out of the backfield. And it's been very effective for him up the gut.
First and 10 from the Lion, 21-yard line. Not quite in the red zone.
I was speculating, like I anticipated the Ellsworth coach starting to substitute, but he's left his number ones in there the whole time here.
Nice job by Fleming. Forte had him in the backfield. Fleming trips him up. Forte had him deep in the backfield, but they just couldn't get him knocked down. you would think at this point in the ball game, you would put your you'd take especially Fraze out.
Yep.
You imagine
Fraze, Hudson, and Merrill.
Yeah, losing your quarterback at this point, that'd be so. But 5:19. Guess that's why we're broadcasters and not coaches, guys. I'm okay with that. Shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. Has a receiver wide open the end zone.
Hudson. I mean, there was nobody within 30 yards of the young man.
Nobody. Hudson has had an amazing night tonight. Wow, that was a big one right there. So, and that would have been a 20-yard touchdown.
Yep.
And the kick is up and it's blocked. Nice job by the Lions. Not sure, somebody got a paw on that one and blocked it. So what happened? Did we win last year, guys?
No, we won 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Well, they are just. This has got to drive Giles nuts. I'm looking at this and then at this point the ball
score
game,
last year was a little closer, 23-17.
For them to lead their starters still in there to put another touchdown on the board.
Wow, guys,
that's
this is the most points that Ellsworth has scored on us in a long time.
Of course, I guess you see it all the time with Beloit doing it to everyone else. And so,
wow, they have never. Is that right? I thought I remembered a game back in the 90s. No, that was 38-0.
Well, they got to count 47
they
of these
have
kids.
never scored in the 40s on Minneapolis before tonight.
The cheerleaders down there are going to be kind of tired by the end. They got to count 47 of these kicks.
And their largest margin of victory was 38 points coming into tonight.
And the kick will be up by Merle. And it'll be kicked on the ground, and it will be picked up by Colin Briggs. Briggs will run it out, and he will bring Rott down at about the 33-yard line. Nice job by Colin Briggs. The cheerleaders can't quite do it. Dale, I don't know if you noticed that cheerleaders having to count 47 of those kicks.
Some of them are hurting pretty good when they get towards the end of this.
I give them some kudos on that. That had to be a little wore out on that. So.
Easier than push-ups.
4:58 left to go. 47-14. Trips to the right-hand side. Shotgun formation for Comfort. Low snap. They will give it to Eckert, and he will be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 1 on the play. As they've had a bunch of passing yards to do also tonight, Mike.
Well, we've just left it wide open for them, so why not? Yeah, they've had, what, at least 3 passing touchdowns, probably?
2 here in the second half.
They switched, one in the first half. They did switch out their defense. They put some different kids in. Trips to the right-hand side. Drop back to pass. Oh, there's a penalty flag by the Lions. That one will come back. Number 56 for the Lions. I didn't see who that is. Ryan Trickle. Grabbed him from behind, and that will bring it back 10 yards from the spot.
Unfortunately, there was nobody there hiding him from the referee. It was wide out in the open.
Yeah, it was wide out in the open.
4 minutes left in the contest. Minneapolis on the short side of a 47-14 ball game here in beautiful downtown Ellsworth.
Oh, there's offsetting penalties? Oh, no. Well, there is 2 penalty flags.
They might get their choice.
fielder's choice.
That's going to back him up 10 from that spot on the holding penalty. So,
oh. Yep, holding. And now it's coming back the other direction.
And
it is offsetting.
But it's 15 illegal block, so it's so it's 10 off and 5 on. So we gained 5 yards on that penalty, guys.
Gained 5 yards on the exchange.
Well, you don't see that very often. Legal block in the a clipping or something. Face mask. Face mask.
Had to be face mask.
Face mask on the Bearcats and a holding on the Lions. We net 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. Trips to the left-hand side this time. They send Macy to the right-hand side. Low snap. And nothing there. We will lose 5 yards. He thought about pitching it, but looked at Lester, but they did have pursuit coming at Lester as well. Their defensive line did a nice job of collapsing on that. 3rd down and 8.
I was told for the game that there will not be a junior varsity contest next Monday.
There will not.
Apparently Ellsworth had several young men caught at a party that were starters on the junior varsity and will not participate anymore this year.
No junior varsity game on. So shotgun pass, drops back to pass, has Corman and gets it out to about the 41. Nice job by Matt Corman. That might have been, has Matt caught very many yet this year?
Couple.
Okay.
That I can remember anyway.
Yep, 4th down and 3. 2:51 left to go here in the ball game. 47-14 Lions. Sorry about the win, folks. There's not a lot we can do about it. Trips to the left-hand side, 1 to the right for Comfort. Low snap again. Comfort will keep it himself. Cups back in.
Woo!
Hurdles a guy and gets enough for the 1st down. Nice job by Comfort to
sign him up for the hurdles this spring, Mike.
Did a nice job of clearing that line there, Mike. 1st down for the Lions.
Guy allowed him to get that extra 2 yards, get that 1st and 10, and Minneapolis still on the move here. 2 minutes left in the contest.
Lions will send 1 receiver out the right-hand side. Skylar Reebrock in the ball game. Low snap, and they will give it to Eckert up the gut. Eckert's still going, and he will. He'll
Josh
have 9
Macy
on the
is
play.
the quarterback now.
So, yeah, thank you about that. They did switch out some players, and Macy takes over at quarterback.
Down to 1:31 to go. Lions have 2nd and 2 here at the 45 of Ellsworth.
1:21 left to go in the ball game. Macy in a shotgun, trips to the left. In tight. Another low snap, and they give it to Eckert, and he will not have the 1st down. He's had to pull that off the grass twice in the last two snaps.
Good dangerous snaps. Both of them have skidded back. Macy with good hands has picked it up, but the odds are against us if they keep hiking it that low.
50 seconds to go.
It's our number 2s on our offensive line, so everyone's getting to play here tonight. Most everyone.
Much better snap. Macy will keep it. He'll run it himself. Nice job by Macy. There should be a penalty flag right there. That was a head jerker to the right, but no call.
Clock stops to move the chains. We're at the 39 of Ellsworth.
32 seconds left.
First and 10.
Nice job by Macy to pick up the first down.
Another Minneapolis Lion.
First down.
Nice run. Macy had the opening. He could have pitched the ball, but looked like he had running room and did.
Trips to the left, shotgun for Macy. Drop back. He'll keep it himself, and he'll go backwards. So had Eckert out there on the flat, but they also had pursuit there.
That's going to end it.
So that will be the ball game.
47-14 final score. The most points the Ellsworth Lions or Ellsworth Bearcats have ever scored against Minneapolis in the 41 game history of the series now.
41 game history, and they
have never scored 40 points before till tonight. Not the widest margin, but
congratulations to Bearcats. That was a big win for them. They had been putting points on the board like that early in the season, but last couple weeks we kind of felt coming into this tonight that it was going to be a lot closer ball game than this. So
most points have ever scored before: 34 in 2008, 36 in 2007, 38 in 1999. That's it.
Yep.
So big win for the Bearcats tonight against Minneapolis, as they now have won 7 games out of 8 against the Lions. I'd like to see that trend reverse, but they played a great game. Good skill set for the Bearcats.
Yeah, but they will lose a bunch next year, guys.
Yep.
They will lose a bunch as they will lose 12 seniors off the squad, and they've got some, and we have a lot of our skilled players back next year, guys.
Yes, we do.
We have a bunch. We'll lose Austin Goddard and Connor Christensen, and we will lose Andrew Yoxel and Alex Johnson and Matt Corman. Those are going to be big ones we will lose right there. But we've got a lot of our skill players that are going to be back, so not that we're looking back to next year, but we got to look on to the rest of this year and next week. And our opponent next week.
Homecoming
so
for the Minneapolis Lions against the Republic County Buffaloes, 2 teams that neither one coming into tonight have won a game in the league. We shall see if Republic County won tonight. I doubt it, but so it'll probably be a game to avoid the cellar.
Did I don't know if I heard this right, but they don't have very many kids on their squad.
Less than 20.
That's what I heard also, that they had like 18 kids on their squad.
Yeah.
So
kind of reminds me of my senior year at Minneapolis High School.
It's hard to.
It is very hard. You can't even hardly practice that way.
No.
So Lions. Decisive third quarter here for the Broncos, or the Bearcats. Lions going into the win, didn't have things going their way, and Bearcats had everything going their way.
Well, it was the running attack of the Ellsworth Bearcats. Braze ends up with 120 yards rushing. The quarterback, 188-pound senior. And when he wasn't carrying the ball, he was handing it off to Hudson. Hudson torched us for 214 yards. A couple touchdowns rushing and 1 receiving. He's an excellent receiver out of the backfield and right up the middle. It seemed like our middle was open on the passing attack by Ellsworth, and they missed a couple passes up the gut that could have been touchdowns, but for the most part, Ellsworth's rushing attack was a little bit too much for us to stop. Comfort had 29 yards in the second half and 39 in the first half, so Matt ended up with about 68, 70 yards rushing. Eckert had 28 yards in the second half rushing. Lott had 15.
A touchdown.
Macy had 10 yards rushing. Comfort was 5 of 10 passing in the second half. Christensen had a catch. Johnson had 1. Fleming had 1. Yoxel had 1. And Corman had 1. The yards were 9 for Christensen, 12 for Johnson, 5 for Fleming, 10 for Yoxel, and 7 for Corman. The Minneapolis looked a little better in the second half there, with the exception the times that Hudson still got loose running the ball and catching the ball. His foot speed is just a little bit more than what we anticipated. Once he gets in the open field, he is.
Well, he is quick once he gets in the open field. So separation, big time separation. I wonder what he does during track season.
I don't remember him, but my memory could be very bad too. I don't know. And anyway, well, as I say, next week coming up, homecoming. I believe Thursday night there's a hot dog feed or something like that, and bonfire on south of the football field, 7, 8 o'clock. I think I read. I can't remember exactly. Homecoming parade about usually 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, and there'll be lots of activities throughout the week by the students, and then of course the crowning of the king and queen coming up prior to the game. Minneapolis linebackers will proudly host the concession stand. It's always one of their big money raisers is to host the concession stand that night. And it'll be the last time the Lions play the Republic County Buffaloes for at least 2 years, as they're going down to 2A and a 6-team district, and we'll have to drop a couple of league games, and Minneapolis is one of them. I figured we might stay with it, but I guess not. So
that's what I heard the other day, that we will not play Republic County next year. I don't know how that works the following year.
Well, it's 2 year.
Well, I know it's 2 year districts, but I don't know if because there are some non-conference games, I don't know how that plays into factor when you're setting your dates. They've got to have 5 games because of their district.
Yeah.
I guess
it'd be a home and away. It'll probably be for 2 years.
It probably would be for 2 years. So well, all right, guys. Tough loss tonight. That's basically all I can say. They've got to put this one behind them. They've got to come out and just. They've got some tough next week's Republic County.
Three more games.
And then
district play starts.
And then district play after that. So
no, that is district.
That is district.
Oh, that is. Yeah, 3 more games.
Starts.
District play starts. So and district's tough, guys. Beloit and Smith Center. So they've got to put that behind them and get started on Friday night.
Yep.
So any closing? I'm just going to say for myself, Scott Osherman,
Dale Leach,
and Mike Perry.
Thanks for having us in your home as always. Listening to the place for Minneapolis high school sports on 910KINA.com.
Nope.
EastLinaPost.com. Eagle Communications Channel 2
replay.
Video replay on Channel 20. So, thanks, sir. Good night, folks.
Good night.